Parents now pushing for more communication from their schools. A Coin 6 hearing from parents who say they weren't notified about school lockdowns.
Our Brandon Thompson getting answers about the communication breakdown in this. Brandon?
Yeah, these parents tell me that it is frustrating just not knowing what's happening in their student's school, especially during something like a lockdown. Now, one of them says that he still doesn't know what happened in his son's school from a lockdown in early February, so he's asking state lawmakers for a change. On a Friday in February, Lane Middle School, where Eric Chambers' son is a 7th grader, went into lockdown. The texts his son sent were chilling.
He wasn't sure he was going to make it home. They were my son saying that if he didn't make it out, that he'd like to be remembered as somebody who made the world better while he was in it.
Chambers' son came home safe that day, but 6 weeks later, Eric still doesn't know what happened.
But unfortunately, I haven't been able to tell my son anything about it. So, he picks up bits and pieces in the rumor mill, and that's not a good way for people to get information and to be able to process it.
Chambers emailed the principal and emailed the district, even filed a records request. When he got nothing in response, he reached out to state lawmakers.
I've heard stories from parents who've shared that they got communications weeks later from something that they had no idea about.
Ruiz has bipartisan sponsors from both chambers on House Bill 3584, which would require schools and districts to notify parents, quote, as expediently as possible, but no later than 24 hours after the initiation of a safety threat action, end quote. That's like a lockdown or lockout. The notice to parents would need to include a description of the issue that caused the action, what actions were taken, and for how long, as well as how the issue was resolved.
What should be a parent's right to know to what happens in their schools?
I think anything and everything. I think especially around student safety.
Hopefully something to give parents some tools to be able to help their kids process things that no kids should have to be dealing with, but unfortunately are a piece of our reality nowadays.
So we wanted to know, how would this bill compare to policies that are on the books right now? We reached out to PPS, and PPS says, quote, PPS communicates to families within hours of an incident such as a lockdown. The proposed bill essentially requires schools to do what is already being done, end quote. PPS also says that they looked into why some parents at Franklin High School did not receive a notification about that school going on to lockdown last week. They say that it's likely some parents have PPS emails blocked from their inbox. So they want parents to be aware of that. Now, back on the legislation for just a second, Ruiz hopes that bill gets a hearing within the next 2 weeks. Reporting live in North Portland, Brandon Thompson, Coin 6 News.
All right, Brandon, great job staying on top of this big issue for days now. Thank you.